Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gashi Saturday edition. This is where we give critical views of the happenings of our country. President William Samoei Ruto postponed history, of course, the Ukambani tour. The president was expected in Ukambani from 21st all the way to 23rd, that is this month, and he was expected to visit the three Ukambani counties. And at the 11th hour, the president called off the meeting after meeting the Ukambani leaders at State House Nairobi. This is significant, ladies and gentlemen, coming at a time like this when the race to State House is hotting up, when the race to State House is becoming very competitive. And when I look at it, there are some reasons why, in my view, William Samoei Ruto decided to call off the meeting. Number one, in my view, this is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka's political bedroom. This is the home of wiper of Kalonzo Musyoka. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is the greatest critic of William Samoei Ruto, as far as I am concerned. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua are the people who have been keeping the president and his government on its toes. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka objected to this meeting. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka refused to cooperate with the president. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka did not welcome the president. He feels that the president is not welcome in the region. He felt that even if the president is going, Wiper should not be involved. So the fact that there is opposition, serious opposition, and by the way, it is in Ukambani that you find almost 100% opposition and people united behind Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And this one worried the government. How is the president going to visit a region where he's not welcome? Number two, this is the home of Konza City. This is the home of Wote Stadium. This is the home of so many projects that were left since Mwai Kibaki was in the government. That is when he was the president. If there is an area that has been neglected by the successive government, especially this of William Samoei Ruto, it is the Ukambani region. In fact, Ukambani is not even properly represented in government. Remember Malonza, it was Penina Malonza, when she was fired. I think William Samoei Ruto did not get somebody from that region. The only person who does not even speak for the Ukambani region is Alfred Mutua. Alfred Mutua ako pale, but ukiangalia anajali tu maslahi yake mwenyewe. Yes, he's supposed to be a CS for the government and for the whole nation. But you see, when you look at other CSs like John Badi, or you look at other CSs like Opiyo Wandayi, these guys are just thinking about their regions. So Alfred Mutua is not representing the Ukambani nation. And the Ukambani nation has been actually neglected by William Samoei Ruto's government. Even in parliament, the Ukambani is not properly represented. But anyway, who is to blame? Number two, in my view, when you look at it, you agree with me that maybe the NIS report told the president, this is not the best time to go. Remember, the president gets briefs every morning from the NIS. He was advised maybe, and I'm saying maybe, that if you go, you'll be embarrassed. Because you cannot tell me the president can postpone the tour twice. Because, by the way, this is the second time he is postponing the Ukambani tour. And when you look at the ground, you remember there is a man called Mwege Mutuse, who is seen to be the villain, the man who spearheaded the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, Ukambani region stood to a man in defending Rigathi Gachagua. And Rigathi Gachagua is ever grateful. And that is why Rigathi Gachagua seems to have a soft spot for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And that is why when you look at Riggy and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka are likely to have a deal. Outside the other opposition, these two guys are likely to have a deal. And I think what they are trying to do is to make other guys play the ball so that the opposition remain united and strong. And they are likely to succeed, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm saying here is that when you look at the Ukambani region, you agree with me that the government has nothing to show as far as roads are concerned, as far as development are concerned. Tell me any one project that has been completed by William Samoei Ruto in Ukambani. Show me one road that has been tarmacked. Again, there are reports that governors were not involved. And a very good example is Mutula Kilonzo Jr. Mutula Kilonzo Jr., is it the Makueni governor, actually raised the objection, saying that he was not involved. And the question is, how do you visit a region and you have not involved the governors? Remember, the national government and the county government must work hand in hand. The two governments must complement each other. And when you look at it, because you see the other governor is anaitwa nani who the name is getting lost. So when you look at Wavinya Deti, you realize that she is so much aligned to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And hapa beleni unajua hao magavana walikuwa akisema vile ambavyo watafanya kazi na William Samoei Ruto. But now William Samoei Ruto decided now to work with other leaders who are actually not influential, like Mwege Mutusi, like Alfred Mutua. These guys are not influential. So the fact that William Samoei Ruto left the influential leaders in Ukambani, it only means that these two would be very, very unsuccessful. And I think there is a reason, because there is a feeling that William Samoei Ruto needs to consult widely and bring as many leaders on board. And how Kalonzo is going to be convinced is the elephant in the room. Because Kalonzo is saying that as far as IBC is concerned, the opposition was not consulted. As far as the chairman of the IBC, the nomination of the IBC chairman was concerned, Kalonzo is objecting. As far as so many things are concerned, including the sales of parastatals and whatever, there's so many privatization going on in the country, Kalonzo anapiga kabisa na jambo hili limekuwa likimchogonoa mawazo rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya William Samoei Ruto. Again, when you look at the situation, the perception on the ground among the Ukambani nation is that we have been left out. So that feeling of being left out is something that is worrying William Samoei Ruto. And what William Samoei Ruto does not want to see, when the Ukambani and the Ukambani nation unite, William Samoei Ruto is worried. And I've always told people that if there is one gentleman I know in Kenyan politics, it is Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And I've never understood why Kibaki never supported Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Yet he came and rescued Kibaki and decided to be his deputy. And Wiper was brought on board. And PNU and Wiper zikaanza kufanya kazi pamoja. But that's too much water under the bridge. Then came Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga supported 3 times and he doesn't seem to bother whether if he's going to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. So ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the situation in our country today, I can only say one thing, that William Samoei Ruto is playing it safe because of what is happening on the ground. Because the perception in the ground, the song in the ground, ni one term. And I request you, if you support one term, please write one term and have a blessed Sunday. Bye-bye.